We've got Nadia Saith on the show today. Nadia is a 17-year-old senior, and she's a daughter of Jamise. And so we just wanted to bring on some younger youth onto our show to talk about their experience in the pandemic. So Nadia, welcome to the show. Don't be scared, don't be nervous. You know who I am. You're not nervous when you're teasing me and my English. Huh? Yeah. It's on. So yes. So when you're teasing me about my English, Miss Valerie, you're not shy with me then, so don't be shy with me now, okay? So Miss Nadia, now you're 17 years old, and we just wanted to find out, how did you cope with the pandemic?
Where is it started?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. So for the pandemic,
And what was it like, not being able to go to school?
in the beginning of COVID, it was kind of hard because it was a lot of stuff that you weren't allowed to do because everything was closed down, and you really just was able to be on your phone and talk to your family that lives with you. So it was kind of hard in the beginning.
So I know that you've started a new school. So before we did that, I know you was getting ready to go to different colleges and different places. What happened in the pandemic? Was you able to go to different colleges to see what you would like to do when you leave school?
For the beginning of COVID, we were supposed to, me and my mom planned to go on trips to visit colleges, but we weren't allowed to because a lot of campuses were closed. So some colleges were allowing students to take virtual tours of the campus online, like Duke University and Texas Western. Those are some of the tours I had to take virtual.
So since the pandemic, have you gone to those colleges now that most of the colleges have opened back up?
Since most of the colleges opened back up, I have visited maybe 3 colleges. I visited Oakwood University, the University of Maryland, and Howard. They were nice campuses.
So if you had a choice to go into one of those campuses, which one would be your choice?
Probably. So Oakwood University is an okay school, but because of the food choices they have, I don't really think that would be a good place for me because I like to eat, and if you can't, no. But the University of Maryland, it was a big school. It has a lot of students, and I'm more shy and quiet, so I don't think that a university with a bunch of kids would be good for me. So I'll probably prefer Howard University because it has more of like my background with people there and more people that I can relate to than I could at all the other schools.
It's funny you're saying all that because you don't think of food choices, like you've just mentioned, what you like and what you don't like, and going to Howard is a school that you feel that would be the best choice for you. Most of the time, we don't think about our children. We just say, well, you're going to this school because it's a good school, you're going to get the best education, but you've just brought it home that, no, your diet is very important to you because you like to eat, right, which I do know you like to do, right, so, and yet look how, as much as she likes to eat, I know one thing with Nadia, she likes to also eat healthy. So as you can see, I know Oakwood has a lot of probably vegetarian, right? And you're not a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Well, I tell people sometimes that I'm part-time. When they ask me, are you a vegetarian? I said, no, I'm part-time. Because sometimes I eat vegetarian, sometimes I eat meat. And I mean, so I understand your choice, but knowing that about your personality, because I know you are shy and very reserved, and I know you might not think you're people, but so am I. But I have to come out of my shell when I'm doing shows like this. So, you know what I mean? So those are some of the things you parents need to understand about your children. Nadia can tell you about her personality, which is really good, and her choices. And I know your mom is going to make sure you do the right choice for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I do know your mom personally myself. So what about homework? Was homework easy to do online in the pandemic, or did you struggle with it?
I feel like before school, before COVID, a lot of classes didn't really give us homework. But then when we got home and had to do more work online, I feel like teachers started giving us more work, like more than normal.
And I take it you didn't like that.
Yeah.
But you was at home all day doing nothing, so that's why they was giving you more work. But no, you didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay if you didn't like it, you know what I mean? So going forwards, what do you want to become when you leave school? What's your goals? What's your ambition?
Right now, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do after high school, but there is something that I'm looking into. Like, I like doing hair and I like doing makeup and stuff. So cosmetology is an option that I would like to look into. When I was a little younger, I used to want to be a police officer, and I want to look into it, but I'm not sure if that's what I want to do for the rest of my life, because I know like their income isn't gonna be like up to my standards, and I want to be paid like where I'm comfortable in my life and where I can provide for my family, provide for my friends, like how my family and friends provide for me now.
Oh wow. So police officer isn't cutting it for Miss Nadia. Wow. Wow. That's a first. So you need to get 2 jobs. So you talked a little bit about Nadia's, and you like doing hair and cosmetology. So I know personally, because what Nadia's did for Purple Light Touch, she did our, what do you call it? Like the,
Hair page?
what was it, the thing that you did, 1, 2, 3, that you was coming in and do? It wasn't TikTok, was it? Nadia was doing some TikToks for us last year, and then because of the pandemic and whatnot, I think she kind of wanted to stay at home in her comfort zone. But if you look on our TikTok page, the ones that you see where it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, that was Nadia who did our TikToks for us. You know what I'm saying? The other thing that I know that Nadia loves to do is hair, like she just mentioned. She has got over 15,000 followers on 2 pages, and because she didn't want me to get the same amount of followers, Nadia decided she wasn't going to do no more TikTok for me. That's why she stopped coming in, because when she saw that I got 100 likes in one thing, she says, huh? And then I never saw Nadia again, and that's where it stopped, on 100 followers on our TikTok page. So Nadia, tell people about you and your TikTok and what you do with your Nadia curls on Instagram, and explain your page to us, please.
When I was in like middle school, I would see girls on social media and they were telling other young ladies how to do their hair. Because if you look, a lot of people don't know how to do their hair. So a lot of people were making videos to influence girls on hairstyles that they can do that were easy. And I decided that that's something that I wanted to do. So I started to make hair tutorial videos on my Instagram page to help influence young ladies how to keep their hair maintained and stuff.
And do you know that's all Nadia's hair that you can see? Show the people your curls at the back, because that's why it's called Curly Nadia and Nadia Curls, and you can see all that is all natural, and trust me, this girl takes pride in her hair. So I would have actually, could you show us a tutorial of what you would do, but I don't think you want to pull all your hair out today, because she knows she looks hot. Okay, so I'm not going to allow you to do that. But if you can pull the length so people can see the full extent of your hair, because it looks short, but it isn't short. You know what I'm saying? And if you go and follow her on Instagram and TikTok, you will see Nadia's curls and Curly Nadia. And so I just wanted to bring a young person onto our show today, because in the world that we're living in, our young seniors need guidance. And I know Jamice, her mother, is in this room with us right now, and yes, I'm putting her on blast, but Jamice is a single mother of 3. I admire Jamice tremendously. Reason why is not just because of her daughter Nadia, but she's also got another daughter Layla, and she's got a son called Waleed. And all two children right now are going to school. And for a single mother to be able to and make sure that her two children go to school, they get the grants, they get the support that they need from the community. Our show, Don't Believe the Hype, is not just about you coming in, tuning in week after week. It's about, would you like to sponsor? Would you like to donate and help a child go into school? Would you like to help us to make sure that our program continues to run? Because all this costs money. And although Nadia is here, Nadia sometimes comes in and she does her hair from here. If her mom's here at the time, she will come in and do some tutorials from here. Nadia also helps us when it comes to our t-shirt design. So there's lots of little things that Nadia does around Purple Light Touch, and that's why I wanted you to come in today. So tell the viewers about some of the things that you've helped us to do around Purple Light Touch, the foundation.
I helped out with TikTok videos, and I didn't stop because I got 100 likes. I just got busy with school, but I helped out with TikTok videos. I helped make t-shirts with my mom and Miss Valerie. When she has events, I also like to help her, like putting things up and putting things away and stuff.
And that's what we want. We want more of you young girls to come into our place, into the foundation, and just come here, feel free, and coming in the next coming few weeks, we are planning on having an outside where you can watch a movie and some popcorns with some of you young ladies. We're going to probably invite about 15 to 20 young ladies to come in. So if you want to come in and be part of the Purple Light Touch Foundation team, you're welcome. If you want to volunteer, you can also do that. Even when we have our gala, Nadia's there's other young ladies that we have that come in, who, you know what I mean. And if you've got a young girl that would like to come onto our show, or even a guy who would like to come onto our show and show your entrepreneurial skills, we are welcome to. We would love to have you on our show. You know what I mean? So parents, bring your children down. Let people know what they are doing in the pandemic, and even after the pandemic, we want to build, bridge that gap. That young people are not just out there sitting down doing nothing and on the cell phone. There are so many young people out there in the world right now who are doing amazing things that people need to know that they're doing. So just like all the authors and all the other people we've had on our show, we would love for you to be able to bring your young youth onto our show. Nadia, I want to ask you some things about Washington, because I saw some of your posts on while you was in Washington. What was that experience like for you?
I never really went traveling before until recently, and going to Washington, it was like really fun because I got to see things that you wouldn't see down here, like the Capitol and the Treasury, and so it was nice going there. Yeah.
So anything else apart from the Treasury? Because I noticed you didn't bring back any money for me.
We got to visit the White House. I enjoyed, like, they ride scooters down in Washington everywhere, and in Texas you don't really see that. Like, people just walk, or they ride the bus, or they drive their cars, but in Washington there's scooters and bikes everywhere, all around the place, and it was very fun riding the scooters around Washington.
Which scooters? Not the ones?
The electric scooters.
The ones that you just stand on?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would fall off one of those, right? You ain't getting me on one of those, I ain't mad. So what else did you do? Did you go to any museums? Did you go...
We visit the African American Museum, and it was nice to be able to learn more about our history, some things that's not taught in school. So it was nice going there and seeing things like you don't really see for real in your schools.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you, what was it like visiting Howard
Howard.
University? Yeah.
It was nice. I like seeing when we were leaving to go get something to eat, we seen a bunch of young ladies and they were dressed really nice and they were going. They were coming from like
Sorority event.
a sorority event, and it was nice seeing them all dressed up and excited to be able to do things like that. Because I know at another school, things like that wouldn't be open for everybody, and it was nice to be able to see them, you know.
So, how they were dressed, was it something that you wish that could one day be dressed like that? Or, because I know you said you like doing hair and makeup, and you know those clothes has all got to come into play with it. So was it a nice dress that you would say one day I would love to be able to get dressed like that?
Yeah, I think I'll be okay with being in a sorority.
Okay. And another question. And what about Oakwood?
Oakwood, we visit Oakwood in Alabama, and it was nice. I enjoyed how it was a 7-day Adventist school, so you could learn and be more connected with God. I enjoyed that. I also enjoyed how you know a lot of the people at the campus because most of them come from your churches, so you know more people. So it's more like if you want to go to Oakwood, it'll be more for like so you can be connected with your friends and family that you already know.
Okay. So what about your schoolwork?
For school,
Yes.
Some-
Are you getting on with your schoolwork now?
before when I attended another school, I was having a hard time because they're more for like an IB program, so it was hard for me to do work and like understand the teachers when they were teaching me. So I had to beg and plead my mom to send me to another school so that I could do better. And I feel like moving schools helped me more because I don't really, like it's not a normal school, so we don't actually have to learn and we don't have to get up in front of the class and read a book. And that's something I don't like to do because I'm more shy. I don't like talking that much. So being able to just sit and work on my books and get them completed, I feel like it's better for me. So I like doing schoolwork now. I want to just get it done and graduate. That's what I'm worried about now.
You know what? This is the most I've heard you speak in the 10 years I've known this young lady. This is the most to even have her on my program. You don't even know how much of a honor it is having her on my program. I didn't even think she could talk because when she comes to see me, she rarely ever talks, and she'll text me and I'll say, okay, Nadia, right? But to hear you talk, I just love it. I can listen to you all day, just like how people say they can listen to me. I can listen to you all day. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that you like your new school that you're going to. You know, the beauty about everything that Nadia has said today is that she knows who she is as a young person. Many of our young children now don't even know who they are, where they're going and what they want in life, and she is so on point with everything that she wants to do. And that's because I know it's a testament of your mom pushing you, always pushing you. You know what I mean? So what's it like living in the house now all alone without your brother and sister?
In the beginning, I enjoyed it a lot because my brother, he eats so much, and now that he's gone, there's more food in the house. Like, I could go home and eat leftovers for 3 days in a row without it being gone. So I enjoyed it in the beginning, but after a while, it kind of got boring because like you don't hear my brother and sister running around the house, my brother getting mad at the video games, my sister talking on the phone. So it's kind of quiet now, and it's more lonely, And like, even though I like being by myself, I also enjoy their company because, you know, you never know when they'll not be there anymore. So them being away for college, it's a good thing because I want them to do good in life, but it's also sad because I want them to be around me still.
Oh, you make me want to cry. You do. Oh, that is so nice. You know what I'm saying? And then when they come back, you're going to say, just go back to school. You're getting on my nerves. You know, it's really, really nice talking to you. I know we didn't ask you what does Don't Believe the Hype mean to you. And I didn't ask you beforehand, but what do you think Don't Believe the Hype would mean to you, or mean to a young person out there that needs to know something?
I think don't believe the hype means like don't believe what people like put on a show for you, like because behind the curtains you never know what they're going through. So sometimes like a social media influencer, they might look like they're doing well on social media and that their life is perfect, but really deep down inside they're sad and lonely and stuff. So I think don't believe the hype means like don't let people like affect how you view yourself because you think someone's doing better than what you're doing.
That is nice. And if you could encourage a young person out there right now who's on social media, who is going through a lot, what encouraging word would you like to leave them before we end the show?
I think that if you're having a hard time, that you should find someone who you can talk to, even if it's not your parents, because I know sometimes talking to your parents is hard. So finding a friend to be able to talk to and that you trust would be good to help you get your life straight. I think sometimes writing down in a book or a journal how something is affecting you is also a good way to figure out like what you want to do in life. Like you could write down like, oh, I might want to do this when I get older, and then set that goal and try to do it.
I'm going to ask you one question, because I know there's going to be some young guys out there looking at you and thinking, oh, she's pretty. Has Nadia got a boyfriend?
Yes.
And do you want to tell us a little bit about your boyfriend? Because I know you got a boyfriend, but I need to let those guys out there who's looking at you thinking that she's single and she's pretty. Tell them a little bit about your boyfriend and how long you've been going out with your boyfriend.
Me and him been dating for 2 years, and yeah, we've been dating for 2 years. He likes to play football. He also likes doing photography.
And what's his name?
Chance.
Okay, I just want to make sure they don't think when they say he that you don't know who you're going out with. I just need Chance to know that you know that you're his girl. Okay, so just in case all these young boys who were looking at you and saying she's pretty, right? I just need them to know that Nadia's already got a boyfriend. Once again, we have come to the end of a wonderful and beautiful Don't Believe the Hype show. This is our first senior that we've had on our show, and we're going to have many more seniors coming through in the coming weeks and coming months and going forward. If you would like to sponsor our show, please feel free. You can go on to the Purple Light Touch Foundation page and you can donate whatever you feel you can donate, because everything that comes in through our door will go back into the foundation. We hopefully one day would be able to start doing scholarships there where we can probably give a $500 or $1,000 to help somebody else who's going to school. Because you know, in the pandemic, people are struggling right now, and our goal here at the foundation is to be an all-rounder where they don't just come in here and we pray with them, we talk with them. We want to be able to help them get to school and help them to get further on in their career. So Nadia, Saith and Jamise, thank you for bringing Nadia in today.
Thank
you. I'm so happy to have you, because I can't believe you can talk. Does she talk to me, Jamise?
Barely.
Barely. This girl really truly don't open her mouth. So I just want to say to you all, please, if you got a child, you've heard Nadia come on here, she is shy. But I want to know that, I wanted Nadia to come on because not everybody is all on equal footing right now, you know what I'm saying? And for her to come on our show, to me, it's a big honor and a big privilege. So please, if you feel you want to donate, please donate, because we are in need of your donations, your sponsors, and we are in need of you to tune into our show, because at least then we know whatever we are doing here at the Don't Believe the Hype Show, the Purple Light Touch Foundation, that it's being appreciated by our viewers and our listeners. So once again, I will see you next week, where we will have an awesome lady that will be coming on. Her name's going to be Shonda, and I cannot remember her last name, but she will be on our show next week. Thank you for tuning in to the Don't Believe the Hype Show.